Today's video is a bit of a weird one. I interviewed my mum. She is a crazy lady, and she gave some very serious and very weird answers to my very weird questions. Please subscribe. Hannah Garrett, you are the first guest.
Can I just ask, can I drink my coffee?
Yes?
It's not going to go like...
No, don't worry.
noises on
Don't
the
worry.
microphone.
I'll just edit it out. I'm going to ask you the first question straight away.
Okay.
Do you think you've done a good job as a parent?
I think I should be asking you that. Well, you're nearly 18, you're still alive, you're relatively sane, you're a nice, normal, kind person.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've done all right. If we're judging it by the output, if we're judging the standard of the parenting by the output, I've probably done an all right job.
Okay.
Come and have a nice chat on the sofa with me, he said. Why did I not check these questions before I let you ask me them on camera?
Because this is the reaction we're looking for. Do you reckon you could beat a bear in a fight? Do you think you could take on a bear?
Well, are we talking like Yogi Bear? Are we talking like
We are talking a full-on grizzly bear.
Blue Bear? Or...
Grizzly bear from, like, the woods.
Oh, hell aye.
You think you could take on a bear?
I could take on a bear.
You know, there was a study recently that, it was something like 40% of Americans reckon that they could take on a bear in a fight, in hand-to-hand combat.
And now we know why so many people voted for Trump.
That is a hot take right there.
No, I probably could not win against a grizzly bear,
I could.
but I reckon I could run faster than Pooh Bear.
I could outsmart a
And
bear.
yeah, you probably
I could outsmart. It's not about the strength against a bear. It's the brain. Because
I suppose Pooh does say bears have little brains.
okay, let's go through how we would defeat a bear in combat. I would beat it at its own game. So bears hibernate, right?
Yeah.
What if I've got one. You know how they hibernate in caves mainly, as seen in 2006's hit movie Over the Hedge. What if during that period I just blocked off the cave, right? Every day, constantly for
So basically, what you're telling me is that you're going to starve the bear to death by trapping it in a cave.
yes.
But it hasn't done anything to you.
But if it had,
But it's not fair. That's not a fair fight. That's just like bullying the bear. If the bear's attacking you,
I feel like if I was going to fight a bear, I wouldn't want it to be a fair fight.
but
I'd need it to be in my favour because there's no way I could beat a bear.
that's just brutalising the bear, bullying the bear.
Yeah, but what if it started on me? Or if it did something to me?
Yeah, but if it started on you, you're not going to like wait for it to decide it's had enough and it's going to have a nap.
I'm not going to slap it in the face with a glove and challenge it to a duel. I'm going to outwit it. How would you defeat a bear then?
I feel there's a flaw in your logic.
How would you defeat a bear
How
then?
would I defeat a bear? I would defeat a bear by running away very fast.
You see, I feel like that's not going to defeat it. You would just run
I
away.
defeat a bear by being smart enough not to get in a fight with a bear in the first place.
Touche! Okay, who do you think would win in a fight against each other?
Oh God, you. Because you'd fight dirty.
See, I don't know.
You see, I'd be like being all like, I've got to be a good mother and not hurt my child. And you'd
No,
be
but
like,
if
yes, I want to win.
If I'd really wronged you, and you really wanted to, like, you didn't want to kill me, but you definitely wanted to, like, get your message across, and you wanted to do some serious damage, if I'd done something that bad to you, which will not get into what that could be, but if you really wanted to hurt
If I
me...
really wanted to hurt you, I'd just change the Wi-Fi code and not tell you.
Okay, if we were in a cage, and it was a fight to the death, hand-to-hand combat, last man standing, who would win between me and you?
Well, you, because I wouldn't fight.
No, but if you had to. Alright, so if you were in Squid Game then, let's make it...
I never watched Squid Games. It looks really gruesome and gross.
Let's make this
It
really
doesn't-
specific now. If we were in Squid Game and we were the last two remaining, and in the first season of Squid Game, I didn't watch it, I'm pretty sure the last two people had to fight to the death, right? If we were the last two people in Squid Game and we had to fight to the death, and whoever wins gets to live the better life afterwards, who would win? And it's not about, oh, I would sacrifice myself so you could live a better life. No, that's not how... You're not allowed to do that.
Okay, but again, I'd win by being smarter. Because rather than fight you, I would just team up with you to fight whoever was making us.
What, like the Hunger Games?
That wasn't the original plot, was it? Yes, in that case, a la Hunger Games.
They've got guns and they shoot you if you don't obey them.
I'd have to learn some Matrix-style moves then, wouldn't I, in advance?
I guess so.
I reckon I could.
You could beat me in a fight. Or learn
No,
some...
I reckon I could learn. I'm more likely to learn some Matrix style moves than I am to beat you in a fight.
I could beat you in a fight.
You probably could, because you fight dirty.
Oh, you don't know that.
I totally know that.
I could... You know what? I could have learned Kung Fu prior.
I've pounded you for 18 years. I totally know you.
I've never got into a fight before. That's disinformation.
Oh, God, you can ask me another difficult question, aren't you? Well, can I have a nice question this time?
All right. What would your funeral song be?
Oh, dear God. Really, though?
This is serious questions, a serious topic, you know.
God. I did it my way. It's a bit too cliched. Everybody
What
gets
about...
that.
Keep talking, I'm just going to look this up.
I'd be tempted to have something that was quite cheeky. And if I was going to play it straight and be absolutely sensible, I would like something like Claire de Lune. And just have something really lovely like that. And then you can just cremate me and put me in a firework.
You want to be in a firework when you...
Hell yeah! Oh, you
You,
know, I think that was like totally fitting way to go out.
you want me to, first of all, burn you in a...
Well, I'm not going to be me anymore, am I?
And then you want me to put you in a firework. And then when it explodes, part of you will just dissipate in the air. And the other part of you will just rain down your body.
It'll be so high up that you won't even notice. Because like when the iron filings and stuff fall out of them, you don't even really notice. Because they go off that high up in the air. So what you need to do is get a really massive rocket that's full of all multicoloured sparkly bears. You know those ones that go off that look like chrysanthemums in the sky?
Yeah.
Go on.
What's your serious funeral song?
What's it? Claire de Lune. It's my
I don't
serious
know.
funeral.
Oh, I can play that for you on the piano. Mine would be something like... I want it to be something cheery, like National Express.
Oh, God.
Or, I don't know, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu. Something like that. I would pick one of my favourite songs, like... Oh, tell you what, fitting, Pyro.
Pyro, you get cremated.
Because I could get cremated. And it's a good song as well, it's one of my favourites. All right.